Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Solo Queue Legends 3. We're here live at George Brown campus during the finals where we have Team Milton up against Team Vaughn, two powerhouse teams that have made it all the way from groups.
Yep, very, very impressive play here. And don't forget, guys, this is Solo Queue Legends number 3. It's a great, great tournament, really creative format. And, it's the third time. First where second's best, third is the one with the big bank chest. That $1,500, know what I'm saying? So let's go. We're going to pick some bands, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. There's a very interesting dynamic between these teams. Mostly that they're both focused around those 80 carries. So expect to see a lot of supportive bands, Tom Kench, Lulu, and, of course, 80 carries.
I think it's really important to know what both teams ban out against each other because they really want to take away some of the power picks that come out from Team Vaughn. Sivert being taken away from Wrath. I don't think it's one of his main champions, but he did get a pentakill on it last game, so it's important to note. And Gangplank being taken away from Danky Nux. Look at that Thresh.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Coming out for the Silver Elo Thresh player. Absolutely massive. Daigo a beast, hitting all of his hooks. The Sivert, in my opinion, also eliminates the threat of the Udyr because Udyr will get kited. I think the Sivert was their sort of tool to make sure that Udyr would be viable so that he would be able to compete in these team fights and really be a frontline tank that people can be afraid of. Without the Sivert, he's just so much more susceptible to getting kited. Udyr itself wasn't the threat, but it makes it even more of a hamstring than it would normally be. Lulu banned out as the last one. I expect to see a Tom Kench pick up here.
Oof. This is a really good ban for now.
Or an R.
This is a really good ban phase for actually for both teams.
Ooh.
Oh, the Veigar has been left open.
That's actually super spicy because the way.
Okay,
Tom Kench, super spicy to pick up that Veigar because he's a champion that these mid laners aren't brawling and fighting. They're just kind of playing safe, and they're playing around the 80 carry. Veigar is a hyper-scaling AP carry. He can just sit lane, farm. He's happy just getting his Q stacks up, and then, holy crap, it's mid-game, and I'm getting, one-shotted by a Veigar. So, Zombie Boy picking that one up for, I guess this is, it's Milton, right?
Milton up against Vaughn, yeah.
So, Team Milton here. Wrath most likely going to pick up, I would think Gnar here, honestly. Maybe they'll go for something else.
They do rely a lot on the Tom Kench to create a lot of their opportunities.
Now, I rethink
Jinx.
Potentially Jinx, but I don't think they're going to do Gnar because Danky Nux can be a very potent kind of wild card on this team. He is the second Diamond player. And that Pantheon, I do believe, does come out because that Sivert is banned. They can't use that Udyr.
They really want to kind of wait and see what is it that Milton do pick up for Atrial in the bot lane because Wrath is going to be up against really, really good AD carry. And they always first pick jungle because they want to see the rest of the lineup. And they do get the priority pick of Tom Kench. That's what they wanted. But the Gnar and the Gragas comfort picks for both Zombie Boy and Seventh Heaven going out to them.
I'm worried about it not only being comfort picks, but also power picks. Throughout the tournament, we've seen just how strong these guys have been. Gnar is just a huge, huge pick for Zombie Boy. Even if he has, not the strongest lane phase, he's going up against a Vlad. He's not feeding, he's not dying, he's not getting ganked. And then he comes into team fights and he freaking smashes people's heads in. And there's that Jinx you were talking about.
The LeBlanc being hovered over by a Get Blem out here, and that's actually for him. He plays LeBlanc top or mid. He's silver player, but he does what he does.
First game that I saw today was him playing mid lane Cassiopeia. He got smashed by a Zed. Second game was playing LeBlanc top, and he did pretty well as LeBlanc top. Definitely not the star of his team, but has had some really good games.
Yeah, for sure, hands down. And maybe he's kind of like a Daigo in the sense that he needs the momentum built up behind him to do well. However, this begs the question, no Thresh, what's Daigo got?
Uh-oh. So this
it's top Cassiopeia maybe.
A super bad matchup for Cassiopeia going into a Veigar.
Gnar. I think he's going into
If it is, it could be a top lane Cassio, and it could be Danky Nux in the mid lane.
I think it's just But like at the end of the day, what's Daigo got?
Also, why would you pick double AP in a Vigar, right?
That's true.
You're also kind of picking Cassio, which is a counter-engaged champion, with a comp that you're looking to engage with. You've got Pantheon, you've got the teleport from Tom Kench. That's a lot of globals, but you're not really the only person who's going in is the Gnar, and it's like everyone else is kind of
Alistar?
sitting back. Alistar, sure, but you don't really care about stunning Alistar, right?
Yeah.
So
Let me riddle you this. There's one more pick that I get Blem out here does have that would work perfect here. Annie. He's played Annie top before, and it's worked to decent success. It's not bad, it's not great, but it is what they kind of need in this composition. You can build Annie tanky with the Rod of Ages first item, then build it to something maybe like a Zanya's or Abyssal to get kind of really really beefy.
this is the pick I was looking for.
Yeah.
This is super super good against Vigar. Will never die to ganks and can protect the hyper carries. It's a good pick. That coupled with the
Kench?
Tom Kench.
Yeah.
I do not like this.
Oh.
I really, really do not like this. I think he might be
No, he's just trolling.
he's flexing a little bit.
Yeah.
And not flexing in the League of Legends terms, but in the hot up in the 6 terms, aka
Hot up in the 7?
hot up in the 7.
Hot up in the 7. Oh, no.
This would actually be okay with me if he took cleanse. He would still get pumped on pretty hard, but this is actually a pretty nice comp.
He's going to pick Morgana. He loves Morgana to death. He's just a well-known Morgana player. I can name a couple of his champions off the top of my head. Zed, Nasus, Morgana. Who else? What does he play? He doesn't really play Nara. That's more of Wrath's champion. But generally, Danky Nugs plays Zed, Nasus, and Morgana. Those are kind of like his
Locks it
staple
in, bro.
champions. Oh.
So it's turned into a poke comp, which is pretty interesting. They've got
That's a sleeper pick.
It's
I'm kind of sleeping right now
risky.
thinking about it.
He needs to take cleanse, in my opinion.
Like, what would he do with TP?
He'd just be getting to lane, basically. It is Danky Nugs on that pick. It's going to be a Cassiopeia top. That's fine. It shouldn't be a terrible matchup. He should be okay. Just push and poke and do what he wants to do. The comp, though, there's a lot of engage here. There's the Pantheon ultimate, and there's also the Tom Kench. I don't know exactly what the Tom Kench would bring in. He's not going to bring in a Jinx or a Cassiopeia or anything like that.
Unless they want to flank with Cassiopeia somehow. I don't know what
Maybe,
they would
yeah.
do, but some bananas, some craziness.
But it's good because there's not a. It's such a weird comp, but I understand what they're trying to go for. They're going to have a hard time hitting the tower because there's going to be so much zone from the Vigar.
Yeah.
It's going to be really easy to catch them. And it's basically going to be the Tom Kench sitting in the back lane, waiting for the Vigar stun to come to drop down, and then he's going to be able to eat somebody up and try and grab them. But you can only do that for one person. And that's why I thought that the cleanse would be good.
But listen to this, okay? You lock in Varus after Braum has been locked in.
Yeah. It's true. I get it. Not the best, I understand, for sure. He should be able to beat Vigar in lane because he outranges him.
Okay. He's just going to farm till 20 anyways.
Yeah.
Farm till 20, 30.
Farm till level 20?
Farm till level 20.
It's just very strange compositions. The Pantheon makes it super weird. Pantheon's freaking terrible in this composition because you don't want the engage. You don't want to engage. You want to disengage. You want the Gragas.
Yeah. But he honestly, Nasty Joe just doesn't play anything else.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
So it's just Udyr and Pantheon, so they have to play around it. They have to play around Nasty Joe.
It would be so much better if you just played Eve. Because Eve plays very similar to Udyr, right? You just run around, you just spam your abilities. It would be so much better. Because even if he's not a god tier jungler, him being invisible creates a lot of threat.
I haven't really seen Modified on Veigar. He's played great with utility mids, but maybe this will be something that he's got.
Veigar's broken, man.
I know he is. He is, and Modified has been phenomenal throughout this entire tournament. Never skipping a beat, always on point. And you might think oh, Daigo was phenomenal last game. He was, but Modified was always there in the back, not in the limelight, but he was always there doing his job properly. He had a lot of assists. He did what he did, and I think that he's going to be a really strong force in this game, especially up against. Actually, interesting. I think they decided against the Morgana because of how much AP was on their team, and they opted in with Varus instead.
Well, that's why I don't understand the Cassio top. That doesn't make sense to me either.
I think Annie would have been a better fit there, because you can disengage or engage with whatever you need to, and then have Jinx and
I
Varus
think
go
Annie
down.
would be a better pick, you're right. But they wanted to go for the Varus to fight against the Vigar. And it's weird, too, because I think the opportunity for Team Vaughn to do well is going to be when they are the ones being sieged. We saw Cloud9 use the Vigar as kind of a siege thing. They've got the
zoning tool.
They've got the disengage from Gragas. They've got a pretty good siege and poke comp.
Yeah.
And I think that is actually, like, they've got so much wave clear that they'll actually be able to maybe find somebody out. They'll be able to poke. They'll be able to get a good Cassio ultimate when they're diving or something like that. I think that's pretty much their best bet. So Team Vaughn, I think, is actually going to play better off of the back foot.
Interesting. And that's generally, I think they're kind of, at most, testing the waters with this composition. If they win, great. You know, that's great.
Don't forget,
but
it's a best of 3.
It's a best of 3, right? So they might be just kind of testing the waters and not really biting off more than they can chew. They already know that Wrath is going to be phenomenal. They already know that he's going to be able to hold his own against Atrial. However, this is the first time that he's going to have a worthy opponent to face in the bot lane. He's been crushing a lot of the 80 carries that he's been up against throughout this entire tournament. But as far as this particular case goes, Atrial has been phenomenal. He's been in a great position. He's been, you know, he knows what he needs to do and where he needs to be. It's going to be a clash of Titans down in the bot lane. However, SMK is really, really good on support. Really, really good. But with Daigo not being able to be on Thresh, will he perform the same on Braum? That's the key question here.
It's hard to say. These guys haven't really had any bad performances today.
Yeah, for sure.
Know? This is kind of putting them with their backs up against the wall. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, this is a best of 3, so there's a whole lot more to it than just that kind of, we'll pick a strange comp and try and win kind of thing. There's going to be a lot of adaptation in this series, especially because these guys know each other. They play in Toronto. They know what champions they like. Danky Nugs, you know, a popular dude. They know Atrial. He's a great player, too. There's quite the community in Toronto.
Absolutely, and both teams are kind of, you know, this team, Team Vaughn, is really, really known for, throughout this tournament, for invading. They like to get some vision into the jungle, see where their opponent lives and breathes. And as far as, you know, Team Milton goes, they always like to hide in that tri-bush and then kind of make their way through the river if they don't get spotted out. But we'll see what happens as both teams are waiting patiently. Oh, Team Milton decides to move on out. They're not going to be spotted by Team Vaughn here. Maybe on the way out.
I don't think they're going to go out that way.
Oh.
I don't think they're going to go out that way because they know, like, that way was safe, you know?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't go roaming the other way. They do see Tom Ken.
Yeah.
So that's that. A little bit of vision traded. It's really good for the blue team, actually, because they do get that deep vision.
Yeah.
Just, you know, make sure they know where they're starting. They're not actually going to see where Gragas is starting.
This is good.
Yep.
And they know that it's going to be a double jungle start. That's why Zombie Boy is with Gragas. And I'm actually really impressed to see that, you know, we're at the finals here. We've seen some really impressive compositions and some really impressive strategies. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys both play out and who kind of gets the first swing of the bat as far as getting an early lead or getting an advantage. But at the end of the day, even the last game that we casted with Milton up against, I already forgot the name. Whitby, up against Whitby, they both were kind of neck and neck. I wonder if this will be the same way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Because these games aren't necessarily going to be won in lane phase. There is no clear advantage one way or the other. It does cut down a lot of the times to competition. Who understands the way that their comp works better? And to be honest, I think I understand the way that Daigo and Atrial's comp works better than the other way around.
This Kench is a really, really important factor in their team, and I think if Milton has a tough time in this matchup, they really need to think about, do we get rid of the Kench or do we first pick it? I mean, Kench is not something that they play in their composition, so maybe banning it out would be better, as opposed to banning out something like a Zed or a Sivir. Yeah, like Sivir, like, you know, it's just, I just think that they rely so much on the Kench to keep Wrath alive. What else would they play?
I personally think that they should have first picked it.
First picked it?
I haven't seen this Vygar be used.
Focusing on the little guy in the top lane. They're not going to be able to get the flash, but a lot of damage going out onto I get Blem out here.
Good job by him for not burning his flash. Obviously, considered the weak link, the weak lane, everything like that. That and the jungler. And like I said, that Sivir, I think that is eliminating 2 picks with 1 ban. It eliminates the bear and turtle,
Tiger,
Phoenix, and also the AD carry at the same time. So I like
good.
that ban. I do.
I just think that they've been playing Tom Kench in every single composition. Almost.
Yeah, man. Tom Kench broken.
Oh my goodness. Zombie Boy actually in a little bit of trouble. I get Blem out here showing a strong confidence in the top lane.
Yeah, he did base a whole bunch of potions to beat back the lane. And with that Pantheon hanging around, he should be okay too. Yeah, this Varus should be able to really mess up Modified. Not exactly sure what it's going to do in the late game.
It's actually Kitchener against Vaughn. I thought it was Milton. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
I look at the challenge. I read the challenge. Apparently, it's not Milton.
That's easier for me to remember. Kitchener and Vaughn.
Well, that means my play-by-play will be a lot of fun. As far as early games go, I tend to find that a lot of the any game in Toronto, early game generally starts out a little bit slower. Maybe it's just the meta that starts out a little bit slower.
Well, I think it's because these teams have made it so far too that they, these are the guys that aren't missing wards. They're not forgetting to drop a ward. They're not getting too aggressive. These are, the diamond bottom laners. They know exactly what to do. They know how to not get caught out.
Wow, flash used by Modified. Nasty Joe to be caught between a little bit of an event horizon. SMK Healy throwing his tongue around all over the place.
Yeah, here's the gank from Gragas, actually finding a good angle on the Wrath. Stun, but not quite going to be there. Good dodge by Atrial.
Pantheon making his way down bot.
These are ganks really just forcing summoner spells right now. There's no kills. It'll be the second gank that makes the difference. And that is sort of the disparity that you see between these games and the earlier games in the day, is that those first ganks would oftentimes end up with kills.
Yeah.
This time it's, these guys are playing safe enough that they know they have their summoner, they can get away, and then they're going to have to play accordingly after it's blown.
So far, the only person to waste a lot of their summoners is Modified in the mid lane. He had to flash preemptively to predict the Pantheon stun, but he's going to have to keep an eye out and play a little bit safer against the Varus.
I would say burning a TP is, worth a gank as well.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with TP advantage. Yep. I think we're not going to see many games from Pantheon in 6 that are, devastating.
Yeah.
But if we were to see, I guess it's double. There's a lot of TPs as well in this game. I see a lot of people bottom lane. It's going to happen. That is the meta. Eventually. Good CS, even all the way around the board so far. Very,
this is a
very
steady
slow-paced game. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's
good vision control, too, though. Take a look at the blue side. Those are the guys, they realize that, in the early game, they're weaker. They've got the Vygar, who's going to be a target. They've got the Pantheon, who's going to be aggressive, that kind of thing. They've got very, very strong vision all the way through their map. By strong vision, I mean like 2 words.
2 words.
But, be safe.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I think my eyes are glued towards this bot lane. Wrath has been completely styling on people almost single-handedly throughout the day. And Atrial has been revered as a top-tier ADC and playing almost exactly the same champions as Wrath. He's been locking, both of them have been locking in Caitlyn all day. Yeah. Something about the Caitlyn just creates such a great siege pressure and lane advantage if you're able to get it. But as you can see, Atrial is kind of a little bit falling behind in CS. Falling a little bit behind CS.
He is definitely getting pushed in. quite hard here.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder exactly what's going on. Maybe he's missing CS. He's not getting like zoned off the wave, really. I think there might just be a little bit of those finals jitters, potentially.
Maybe. And they rely on Atrial to be a confident player. They rely on him to make the right calls. He's going to catch up in CS here with the wave pushing. He's going to push the wave into the turret. But Wrath is the kind of guy that loves to get inside your head. And he wants to live there. He wants to have his kids there. He wants to, you know, rent the cottage in your head. Like, he just wants to have his entire life. Yeah. He wants to grow older, exactly. And same with Danky Nugs. That's why these guys are just this ruthless duo that want to
The wrath
they'll
of
grow
Danky
the wrath of Danky Nugs. They want to grow old together inside your head.
It's very cute, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like a bromance, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a really fucked up bromance. These guys are like, they're like the bad boys of Toronto.
Ooh, Gragas making his rounds towards the mid lane. Pantheon nowhere to be found. Danky Nugs being body slammed by the Gragas. Is it going to be enough? Actually, ultimate used by Mr. Modified, but it's not going to be enough damage as he's not an AP laner.
He could have actually turned that around. Had he popped his ultimate there underneath tower, he could find something on the Gragas. But all good. All he had to do was burn his flash. But you can see, even though it is an AD mid laner, Vigar is still almost able to one-shot him at like level 8.
Absolutely, and I think Danky Nugs has to be a little bit more careful. With his flash down and Vagar's flash up, that's key. And his ultimate's almost back up as well, almost halfway there.
Yeah,
Pantheon.
you know, that was without the W landing, without the stun landing.
Yeah, that was just like a
whoosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm gonna fall asleep if something doesn't happen in this game soon.
Pantheon is warding up a little bit, providing a lot of pressure towards that mid lane. Seventh Heaven. Tickled. Bit of rope tied around his ankles, can't move. Zombie Boy playing a little bit more defensively this game. Doesn't want to get caught on the wrong side of Cassiopeia. Able to turn things around a little sometimes, back and forth. Atrial. Ooh, the gank in the mid lane. Pantheon's looking to make something happen. The Event Horizon does come off. Flash through the Event Horizon. First blood going over to Danky Nugs, and now it's crystal clear.
Yeah, not bad for a silver player, I would say. Good plays all the way around the map here. Bringing the first blood over to the side of Team Vaughn. And they've got the gold lead as well. 15.3k to 13.7k. Not a bad way to start. And, you know, I think really what's going on in the bottom lane is just they've got the push advantage. That's really about it. That's just kind of the price of playing against the Pantheon is that you have to be pushed in.
Yeah. Now that he's 6, there's definitely no way that he can do anything with it. His ganking is just insane, but he's going to fall. Like, Gragas is going to have the upper hand as the game goes on, right? Pantheon's not going to be able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, Pantheon falls off. Gragas is like 100 times more relevant as a disengage, utility, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So maybe, ooh, here comes Gragas. Gonna get the body slam onto Wrath. They're gonna get the stun. Oh, baby, this is the sandwich that Team Vaughn is looking for. Ultimate from Nasty Joe and teleport from I Get Blemo here. Beautiful flash from Daigo, but will he make it out? Seventh Heaven bodies that zap, but it's not gonna be everything. They only get 1 kill for so much.
You can't really gank that unless you have your full rage bar on your Gar and you have your Vigar ready to go. You can't gank that. Obviously, they're going to counter gank with Pantheon. Obviously, they're going to send down the TP, and that's what happens. They lose 1, I believe, so it's not a terrible loss. But I expect it to be a tower and even potentially a dragon here. That's a lot of CS denied.
That was a great call, but I'm kind of thinking about, like, Team Milton wants to get to late game. That's kind of what their goal is. Oh, baby. Misses the ultimate, gets the Q. He's already chunking.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Last Whisper. Makes sense. Team Milton wants to get to the later stages of the game. They're going to have to sacrifice a lot in the early stages of the game to kind of get anywhere, but they're not going to really go on without that much of a fight. Daigo in 7th Heaven going really deep here. SMK Healy exhaust actually used onto Wrath up there. SMK Healy falling over to Zombie Boy. They're going to get the kill onto Wrath here. That's great that it's on Atrial. Nasty Joe in the deep jungle, getting picked up by Gnar.
That was like a really weird 4-man fight, four and a half man fight.
And they get the first dragon off of this.
Cassiopeia was losing that entire fight. She wasn't actually able to contribute to the fight at all, really. Same thing with Ligar. He went base and TP as the fight was pretty much over. So very weird, very awkward fight. I would like to take a replay of that, though, if we do have time. We'll try and seek it out, see exactly what happened. Because, you know, there was the equalization of 2 kills coming for Team Kitchener, and we do have time to go for the replay, so we'll take it live.
This is a little bit earlier on. I'm just going to jump right back to the fight.
So, obviously, Gnar did TP in, he's got the engage, and Atrial is getting a weird kind of 2-on-1 fight that can find it on Wrath. And this entire time, yeah, you see tension and Cassius completely out of the fight. And that's what goes down. It's like, you know, we had just seen Dankina blow his ultimate in the mid lane. I don't know. It was a weird fight. I feel like they probably shouldn't have taken it. TP comes in from Ligar super late, doesn't do anything. Couple pokes here and there. Doesn't actually land on anything, so, yep. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we are taking a look at Cassiopeia getting in there. She could be in trouble here. The ulti is available for the Gnar, but he misses his W, which means he won't be able to combo.
I'm really liking the vision control of blue team. Red team, they're trying to get some deep wards in, but they know that they can't because the vision denial coming out from Team Milton is strong. They always sweep their own jungle. They always get great pink ward positioning in, and as a result, Vaughn can only just ward the river. Like, that's as far as they can go all the time.
They have the denial, but at the same time, they also don't necessarily have eyes on the Pantheon. You know what I mean? There's no deep vision that way.
Yeah. And also, they're starting to get turrets. 2 turrets down for Team Vaughn is going to open up the map quite a bit for them to do whatever they need to do, and they're not going to have the safety of the turret if Pantheon decides to go in.
That's like the most important part of a poke comp, is getting those turrets down so you're able to move up and start the siege. I'm just so worried about this Ligar. I have a feeling that these stuns are going to be so impactful. There's going to be good poke coming out from Team Vaughn, sure, but I just feel like they're going to get popped and blown up. I don't think the Cassiopeia disengage will be enough.
This is the last turret for Team Vaughn. Do you think that they're going to give it up?
I think they realize that they're kind of losing grip and they want to do something. I don't even really think they should fight off of this tower. They might do it anyways. And look at Tom Tense in the bottom lane. That's not good. What should be going on right now, buddy?
Zombie Boy trying to bait out as much as he can. 7th Heaven knows what's good. Gets denied by the traps. Varus in the mid lane farming up a storm. He's currently about, roughly 30 CS above his opponent, and he has a kill. So that's about 45 CS above his opponent, essentially, if you do the math. But I think that Morello is a great pickup for Veigar, considering I think Cassiopeia has some kind of heal with her Twin Fangs. Jinx is going to get, great flash from Zombie Boy. Anyways, point is, Morello is great for Veigar here, as far as itemization goes.
Yeah, just waiting for him to stack up his Q, gets to the point where he can one-shot all of 3, almost 4 very squishy people on your team. 3 towers down, though. That's pretty significant. That means that the vision control is going to be pushed into... Wow, look at that damage, man. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dankina is pretty
Veigar is currently at 129 bonus ability power.
Yeah, pretty damn good, gotta say.
He is at 307 ability power, and that's just with Morello. And he just got a rod. So, he's packing the heat. He's strapping on the side. He's got a... He's going to be rolling downtown in his 6-4.
Nugs. That's what I mean. Once they're able to group up like that, they can start hitting these towers. You know, this thing with his 420 ghost scopes.
I actually have a funny story about Varus.
Oh, yeah?
One time I was forced to play ADC. I don't normally play ADC. I picked Varus. I lost lane.
Yeah.
Went like 0-4.
Okay.
Started building like Mana Immune,
Nice.
Black Cleaver, Last Whisper. Started building the essential kit for Poke Varus, and I started doing damage. I actually out-damaged everybody on my team just by switching gears a little bit.
Wow.
So Poke Varus is just insanely strong, but as the game goes on, do you think it's going to be as strong?
I do. I think Varus will be strong the entire game, but I think that it'll just turn to be the problem where, you know, Vigar's kit is really strong. His stun's insane, and there's 3 to 4 squishy people on the side of this team Vaughn.
And Pantheon's going to be a little bit late on this tankiness, going with the Warrior Enchantment. That's going to be a little detrimental considering Gragas is already on his way to being a tanky guy. He's got the Cinder Hulk. Gnar is going to be building that great idea to build a Randuin's Omen to stop the crit chance from, I think, Pantheon crit chance?
Yeah, Pantheon does.
And
as well as the Jinx for sure.
Jinx for sure, yeah. So I realize now that Milton is preparing for the mid to late game. They're already getting ready. They're, you know, a little bit behind, 4K gold, 3 turrets. They do have the dragon advantage, but they're preparing for the mid to late game to spike. They're just waiting for Vaughn to make a mistake. But will Vaughn make a mistake? They did at the Dragon Pit previously. Will they make the same?
They definitely can. It's pretty much just a matter of Vigar finding the engage. Dankinog's doing a great job keeping them today, landing the poke. Doing a fantastic job, really.
Pizza's here, but no, everyone's casting. Nobody's going to be able to answer the door. 7th Heaven looks like he's going to get picked up by the Varus. Pantheon jumps in. Veigar picks up the Cassiopeia. Not going to be enough. 1-for-1 exchange jungler for top laner.
I'm going to tell you what needs to happen right now. Gnar needs to get home guard boots, and he needs to TP in with his ulti with home guard and get a flank. And
he can't.
Why?
He needs to get his bar up first, walk
that's
away.
What I mean. He needs to, that's what needs to happen.
Too late. Zombie boy in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get.
As in, if they don't have that happen, then they're just gonna keep getting poked. Like they have no. Vigar's too afraid to find any stun before it's too late. Look at his team just getting poked over and over and over and over and over again. They do not know how to handle a poke comp. They just seem to be completely lost. They have no idea what to do. This is huge. And because they're just eating pokes so hard, it's kind of like it's a slippery slope, you know? These guys are going to lose without fighting for the next 20 minutes, it feels like.
But like I said, I think they're already preparing for the mid to late game. They know that they're having a little bit of difficulty, 100%, but they're preparing for it. They're getting tanky. They're getting the right itemization that they need. Braum is getting some health. He's getting some defensive stats. Caitlyn is on her way to, she's going to have a late PD, but as is Jinx. Jinx is going to be late for a couple of items as well. And we're looking at you, Mr. Veigar, to spike, and it's going to be really up to him to make the correct plays. And what's he building next? Is that a Rylai's?
No, that's definitely Death Cap.
That's Death Cap?
Yeah.
Followed by...
Death Cap.
Huh?
That's Death Cap.
That's just Death Cap?
Yeah. That's
what's the amp tone for it then?
Death Cap.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
They changed the build path.
Oh. Okay. My bad.
It's all good.
Living in the past.
Yeah, clearly. This is 2008.
2008?
I don't think it's 2008. It's like 2000, what, 11? Yeah. 2008.
Varus with blue. They need to use this now.
Yo, they're honestly, I feel like if they don't engage, they're so screwed.
Yeah. Well, Veigar is in the top lane. They actually haven't taken a single turret the entire game.
They need to do something. Look. Dankinog's like, yo, group up with me, bro. You know?
Oh,
I feel
my
like that's
God. Oh, Jesus. What a great combination. Pantheon ulting in, followed by Jinx Rocket going to make its way downtown. Veigar having to recall from his push. This is going to prove an open, just going to give an open door for Team Vaughn.
7,000 gold in 22 minutes, man. They're screwed. Like, that was such an aggressive play. That shouldn't have worked out. If Vigar was there, it wouldn't have worked out. I guess it was a good engage because he was afraid to TP or something like that.
Oh, but they actually get the stun.
Yep.
Oh,
see, that's the thing, though. It's the one person. He needs to find it on everyone. He needs to, like, flash cage them, you know? They've just been so freaking terrified this whole game. And then, yeah, man. It's all over, dude. It's all over. Dankinog's just, you know, freaking MLG Dorito blazing it. No scopes.
I do have some information that will prove that that is a true fact.
Oh, Jarosol, they're gonna find something. Probably not.
Oh, they're actually
That's a really good ultimate to take the tower. But they're not.
Wrath is actually dangerously low. Here comes the ultimate from. Oh, but I get Blem gets a little bit in trouble. Vagar ulting the wrong target.
Isn't the best poke comp if they can get in there.
Oh, they actually have Danky Nug. Zomboy flashes away, but here comes the Gragas. No, they don't got it. Oh, baby, here comes the stun. Modified actually gets Danky Nugs. Jinx Rocket gonna get the pick up the on Daigo and Zombie Boy. Seventh Heaven in a little bit of trouble. Huge triple kill going over to. Oh my God, it's so close.
Modified really not doing a good job on this Vigar. I really gotta say, he's just not weaving his Qs in nicely. It looks like they are going to be able to pick up this tower, probably this inhibitor as well. They'll back off and get ready for the next dragon in a minute 30. Let's take a look at that replay really quickly. So just pay attention to the way, so they get the kill onto the Cassiopeia after she uses her ult. Just watch the way the Modified is playing this right now. Obviously, they try and force this too late. He's like too chunked out to actually do anything. He can't even get his Brandolins off. Modified, trying to find a stun, isn't close enough, isn't close enough, isn't close enough. Stuns, Danky Nugs is dead, gets him with a good W. But look at the lack of damage being put out here by Modified. I don't know, I just find that a little concerning here. Missing his Qs, not able to find them, and then completely out of the fight. Great when Groggs is taking all this damage is when Modified should be, looking to pump out this damage. I'm just not feeling it yet. He doesn't seem like an experienced Vigar. I still think that he is the main tool and he can still definitely pull out this game, but it's not going to be, like Krog and Vigar. It's going to be like, oh, stun one-shot Vigar. Although Krog does do the stun one-shot.
So far.
Let's see if they've learned their lesson, though, man.
Let's see it.
They need to engage. Obviously, you saw how they won that team fight so hard. This call, I think, is less about actually doing Baron and more about baiting and poking, but with how freaking terrified Team Kitchener is, it doesn't even matter. They're going to get it for free. Cassiopeia, tons of damage. Jinx, tons of damage. He's late. Try dealing with the poke comp with Baron now. Jeez. If they can still do it, but they cannot get poked down. They need to engage. They need home guards on the Gnar, and they need to TP with them. So get to it, bud.
Chop, chop. Time's a wasting. Red team, Team Vaughn pushing down the top lane, hoping to get more objectives under their belt. Zomboy and Atrial doing what they can to protect the turret, but there is just too much damage coming out from the Team Vaughn. And look at their disengage, traps and ultimate use, but this is their opportunity to go in. This is it. This is it right here.
Hits so hard, man.
Oh, they actually almost get the pick up onto. Oh, they're just wasting stuff at this point.
It needs to be Gnar flanking.
Cassiopeia in the ball lane.
Yeah.
Minions in the mid lane. They're going to get this turret.
Yeah, man, this is a good game, dude. 26 minutes, 9,000 gold lead, 8,000 gold lead.
They need to think about game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't need to ban the Varus. They don't need to do any of that. I think that they should first pick the Kench.
Wow.
He should have ulti flash there. I'll be the dick.
Muskie critiquing the finalists.
Yeah,
These guys are the cream of the crop, and they need to play like it.
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. Unfortunately, Team Milton is playing definitely on the back foot, and you had mentioned earlier that you thought that
that's like the fourth Vigar cage I've seen all game. You know, Vigar does not seem like it's perfect for my friend. From our player here.
That's gonna be GG.
That is GG, definitely. Danky Nugs absolutely MVPing this game, like so hard. He just got a tiny lead and then just ran with it like a ma. It's like that will be a kill for Atrial, obviously. Just holding down his place in this game.
303.
Yeah, my favorite game.
They got to think about game 2, and I think Kench might be one of the things that they might want to get rid of. Kench has been.
I think they should pick it, man. Well, actually, I guess they're switching sides now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I would ban the Kench. Bench the Kench, Sivir, and what else?
Kench, Sivir, Gangplank, probably.
Or about Zed.
Well, you will have the last pick, will you not, if they're blue side? No, I don't even remember, dude. Math, left, right, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we will see what happens. We are waiting to hop into the next game. The pizza is here, so we're gonna take a little bit of a break, boys, because we're hungry as hell.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with the second game of the Solo Queue Legends 3 finals.
Nice.
Let me come again. Let me come again. Take it back to the wild world. Take it back to the wild world. Let me come again. Take it back to the wild world. Take it back to the wild world. Let me come again.
Alright, let me sit back so I'm in the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Solo Queue Legends number 3. It's Toronto's premier solo queue tournament where the legends are made. This time around, it could be two-time winners, Danky Nugs and Wrath. They are one game up in the series. It is best of 3. They had a pretty insane game. I think Danky Nugs did like 90% of the damage in that game, total.
Around close to 35,000. And I think the person that was closest to him did like 10,000.
Yeah.
It's
So-
pretty insane amount of damage. We
Beasted.
we are already in the pick and ban, but Solo Queue Legends, this might be the final game where we might be going on to Game 3. We are currently in the pick and ban where both Team Vaughn and Team Kitchener have banned away the champions of their choosing. Team Vaughn has banned away Diana, Lulu, Thresh. Key thing to note: Lulu and Thresh are important factors. And Team
Has he played anything other than this entire tournament?
No. And
No?
Team Kitchener has banned away Gangplank.
Good pick.
Understandable.
It's basically steak.
Yeah. And the Tom Canch I was talking about last game, which is crucial. And as a result, they first pick Morgana because they need that safety on Wrath. They need to press a button that saves Wrath. That's all they want.
I think they're gonna pick Sivir. Not Vaughn. I think the other team. Unless they lock Udyr Sivir right here, they're actually gonna be in a lot of trouble. Because the Heck Room, obviously, the Team Vaughn sees this as well. Okay.
Oh, no.
So watch the Sivir come out here. I'm very, very sure.
I think Danky will pick Caitlyn to counter. Or Jinx. Caitlyn
Could
or
be a
Jinx.
bait, but then like Udyr's literally useless.
I-
Like if they were to go for like,
Yeah.
why?
He's just not going to play Sivir. He's just not comfortable on it.
That's so bad. Why would you leave it open then?
Maybe they have an idea to counter it. Like, look, Gnar and Heckroom. We haven't seen 7th Heaven even play a carry
Alright.
jungler.
Janna
this
works
entire
well
game.
against Udyr too. But I like the idea of taking away the Sivir from the Udyr. That's
But
something I
let's
like.
let's
to
take a
focus on.
quick second to talk about this Heckroom jungle, man. Like you're glossing over it like a
Alright.
donut, man. We gotta actually take a step back
Cacao
and
did
reevaluate
it first,
this,
man. Cacao did it first.
That is something that we haven't seen the guy play all day. He's playing a Mumu
Tabe's
Gragas.
seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Oh
I'd like
no.
to see a Rise here. Actually, as the last pick.
he's picking that Varus again. Varus Sivir? Why?
He beasted, but now he gets counterpicked here.
Caitlyn, I knew it. But he
Well,
might
yeah, obviously you're gonna pick Caitlyn and do a
poke comp.
freaking
Yeah, siege
into
comp.
a Vayne too, man. You know, it'd be actually a good pick in a Varus. Anything with hard engage. That was the problem last time. If they were to go, I would take like a Galio, man.
Well, that's why they have Gnar and Heckrim.
Yeah.
But they would need
It's okay.
Windwall.
Yeah, true. Windwall, it's a skill matchup.
I'm having
you guys are lucky the camera's
heartburn.
not on right
I
now.
have a heartburn right now. Was it the pizza or was it that comment?
Razor 8. Relax, Tomato Canyon.
Tomato Canyon. Oh,
Jeez. 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 I'm watching.
Woo! That pepperoni pizza, man. That one had chili flakes. That was
Spicy. Holy crap.
Oh, jeez.
That's really funny.
TP, I like it.
Yeah.
As opposed, well, now they got a match the double TP.
He's also a split push threat. Split push threat. I always say that. Split push thresh.
Do you like the summoners on Heckrim?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Like, what if you went Smite TP?
Against any other jungler, I would say no, but against Nasty Joe, I think you'd be okay.
Nasty Joe. He ain't nasty with it.
Just saying.
Just Udyr and
He ain't no
Pantheon.
Trick 2G.
Almost fell.
I bet you this guy freaking loves Trick 2G. Like, I bet you he fucking bleeds Trick 2G, man. Like,
Oh man.
Nasty, I bet you, like, in the comms, Wrath is like, all right, Nasty Joe, like, get over here, like, I need a blue buff, whatever, like, Nasty Joe is like, nah, man, open the gates, man, open the gates, like, tearing down George Brown, holy crap.
Oh man.
That's
Just
so
running
funny.
around.
Yeah. Like, you remember, it was the other guy that was playing Shyvana, but he, like, did the loop through the entire map.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it would really show that he bled Trick 2G if he instead of Pantheon played Foley Bear.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably his C pick.
Ben's Udyr Pantheon. What am I playing now? Foley Bear.
His Pantheon was pretty decent last
Yeah,
game, though.
but I
he
mean,
had
it's
that
not a hard
sick
champion to
flash
play.
over the Vygar, though, the Vygar stun. Like, he saw it dropping and he flashed over and got the kill. It was nice. It was attractive. It was worthy of a Trick 2G bronze Subware play.
Wow. Pretty sure he's silver, not
Subwares, bro. Subwares. He got boosted.
Um,
No, he only got silver from watching Trick 2G stream. Let's be real.
let's talk a little bit about the composition on Kitchener. Like, I understand what's going on with Vaughn. They're running the same thing, just different champions, protecting Caitlyn
So,
a little bit. But what's going
basically,
on with Kitchener?
What happened was 7th Heaven was like, all right, listen, bro. If you cannot buy home guard boots and frickin' engage, I'm going to buy home guard boots and frickin' engage. So that's what they did here. That's basically it.
Oh, man. I'm wondering if I was going to say, I wonder if Nasty Joe's going to invade. No, he's
No, Nasty Joe don't do no invade. Nasty Joe just does his own thing, man.
Oh, man. You can't even hate on him. He's been playing like
He's on the
he's
freaking.
playing.
He's one up on the best of 3 in the finals, man.
He's playing. That's all you got to know.
He plays his role fine, but he's not, freaking. What's the Gambit jungler? Diamond Procs.
Diamond Procs.
Not Diamond Procs and people.
I think we're going to a game 3.
I'd like to see it. I think it would be good. I had some pizza. I'm refreshed. I had some quenching iced tea. I'm no longer thirsty like Nasty Joe. He gets all the honeys. Look at that black belt Udyr. What a boss, dude. I wonder if he spams the emote like Trick 2G.
Yeah. Ooh, modified's a proficient. Yeah, so player. Ooh,
Interesting.
Unfortunately, 7th Heaven.
Danky Nugs is a proficient Varus player, and we don't see him with a mastery, so never know.
It's true. I feel like Danky could just play anything.
Yeah, he's quite dank.
Remember the first time we casted him?
I do. That was a good time. You know what? I totally actually glossed over the fact that they picked Cassiopeia again, so they really liked the idea of that being their counter engage.
I also closed my eyes and I thought Danky was going to play Morgana, but
Yeah. It was a good flex pick, but the thing is, with this Cassiopeia counter engage, it's all right. It works well with the Varus. You can lock him up, that kind of thing. Really good against Hecarim and really good against Gnar because they don't have blinks. They don't have anything like that. They're not going to, dash in there. They're just going to run at you. And while it's fast, if there are the reaction times from I get Blem out here, I don't even know what that shit means, man. I get blamed? I get Blem? I get Blem? Is Blem, like, turn? Anyways.
In Brampton, it means, like, you get stoned.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
sweet, dude. Freaking awesome. Chucks are cool, man.
This invade.
If he's got the reaction times of someone who doesn't get Blem, then maybe he'll get some good counter engages. Or counter alts. You know what I mean? Counter engages. HL, move! He dodged it. Those were some good reaction times. I think the Udyr will be a problem here. Not because he's going to get kited, but when they're poking, they're not going to have a way to engage. That can potentially be solved by the fact that they do have the Morgana this time. If she finds a pick, then the Udyr can run in and go slap a hoe. But very much like Soulja Boy that hoe we heard earlier. Superman that hoe.
Oh, Superman.
Ooh. Amateur.
Getting the double golem advantage for Wrath and SMK Healy, whereas Atrial and Daigo already make their way to the lane. Danky and Nasty Joe. Wait.
He's getting shredded by
He
the
wants to
red
go to
buff.
the top lane.
Oh, obviously he doesn't want that Yasuo matchup. Cassio's okay against Yasuo.
But he's one
That
of the
is a
weaker
skill
laners.
matchup.
That I think that's bad for Team Vaughn. I know that
He just can't get ganked. That's all it is. He just needs to be super duper safe and not get ganked.
and he's just gonna double jungle the entire route.
Actually, he and Cassiopeia could also go back and then trade lanes. The lane is too short and mid to do a double jungle like that. That's also a possibility, but we'll see.
Very interested to see where he goes, but
Maybe they'll put Caitlyn top.
Wrath just TPs. Oh wait. Oh. Actually, Wrath is getting the shaft right now.
Yeah, the Janna is really strong against Morgana, actually. Very, very strong. He doesn't rely on CC. He doesn't need to, like, land tornadoes or anything like that. His strength comes in the shield. And Daigo, I'm a little bit sad to see these on Janna because he has been playing really well on those mechanically challenging characters. Like, Thresh, he did pretty well on Braum last game too, was good with skill shots. This time around, he has the potential to make some good plays with, like, monsoons, being in the right place, being at the right time, literally knocking the Udyr back when those binds come in. That would be the best case scenario. We'll see how he does. I think this is the first time he's played Janna this tournament.
Yeah, and I'm looking at SMK Healy, and I don't think he's confident. I don't think he's confident in the Morgana pick. I think they kind of just threw him on there. They knew that he can just press E and shield Wrath whenever the situation comes down to it, but I don't think he's comfortable landing the snares because he's already missed a couple, but his Kench play was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a lot less challenging to play Tahm Kench than it is Morgana,
Exactly.
for sure. But how hard is it to press E on your AD carry? So
That's true, but the CC that Morgana brings is really, really important. The snare is quite long once you get it to max level.
it is, and I think that will matter in the skirmish phase of this game. But as soon as they get those towers down, and as soon as they are able to group up, I think he'll have a pretty easy time landing them, to be honest.
Oh, great gank coming out here, but the flash having to be burned by I Get Blam out here. Great gank.
Yeah, man. That Brampton swag coming to bite him in the ass, you know what I'm saying? If you guys were paying attention earlier, I had a long rant on Brampton and how much I don't like that place.
That's high insurance rates.
Yeah, dude. Because all these freaking kids getting blemmed out here. You know what I'm saying? One time, let's go.
He's all pizzaed up.
For real.
He's ready to go.
One time.
Seventh Heaven making his way to the bot lane.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive kicks.
Here we go.
Here
Black
we go.
Shield, Healy, can you do it? Black Shield!
Ooh, actually does get
Black
matched.
Shield yourself!
Oh, but the ooh, but the great return snare not undeterred, unfortunately. Seventh Heaven
Yeah.
able to get out of there, but great gank having to burn flash from both. Actually, heal and flash. Two summoners.
Did he drop a pool right there? I'm not sure if he did. I think that, did he pool before binding?
Yeah,
Sure.
he kind of leads with it.
That's real freaking bad, dude. That's like, who else does that? It's like Lux, you know, when you throw your E and your Q at the same time.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
He does that at the same time.
Yeah. The Hecarim backed up. So that's good. I thought that he dropped the pool first. I probably would have shook my head a couple times there. Alright, so this Varus winning pretty hard in this top lane. I would actually like to see how that matchup goes pretty badly.
And I'm actually surprised to see that Cassiopeia is going even against this Yasuo, or somewhat close.
Yeah, man, skill matchup.
But the thing is, modified is, I'm not saying divisions really mean a whole lot, or elos really do mean a whole lot, but modified is probably one of the top tier elo players on Team Kitchener, and Cassiopeia, I Get Blemo here, is not one of the top tier.
Absolutely not. He's no Danky Nux.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's no Wrath.
Yeah.
He's no Red Bull.
Yeah.
He's no Bjergensen.
Big Jurgensen.
Big Jurgensen.
Alright, so we got some weird position
we go.
coming in here towards the mid
Gank
lane.
2 in the mid lane. They do manage to kind of
Nasty
get a
Joe!
but they get great ultimate from I Get Blemo here. First blood going out of the to Nasty Joe. They're going to continue the damage onto modified. He has to flash out of there.
I wish Nasty Joe actually had flashed after that.
He has skirmishers. He just he smited him and slapped him a couple times, and before he knew it,
I just think if he had gotten the stun, that would have been a double kill. Yasuo had nothing left. But whatever. Don't matter. Do not matter. But that's a really good start for this Vaughn team here. Getting, Udyr strong enough to actually pick fights in skirmish against a Hecarim is massive. Holy crap.
oh, they get the snare.
Yeah.
They get the cupcake right
There's a
underneath.
very, very late tornado there from Daigo.
That's super sneaky, how he sneaks the cupcake trap like right underneath.
That was very sneaky.
That's like cheese. That's legit
That's like,
cheese.
well,
that's so cheese.
Nah. So, did you play back when Taric was very popular?
No.
Terra Kalen was like the lane because you would stun somebody and then you'd put the trap. That was like, yeah, that was the lane, dude. When they nerfed Terra. And now this is basically the same thing, but you have to land the skill shot. It's a good lane. A lot of CC. Pretty sexy. No Tarek though. Tarek way sexy. Alright. I get Blemma here. Modified does have his ultimate. That means he's able to actually do some things in lane now. He's farming. He's got that average blade. You're right though. If he was like, you know, playing like a beast level 1. But Cassiopeia, if she lands some Qs, that's it. Nice dodge. Crucial.
I feel like this game was going pretty well.
I feel like this Varus probably should have been ganked by now. Let's be real.
I feel like Kitchener always has a little bit of a rough time in the early game. Obviously, Vaughn know how to control the early game. Look at their kind of somewhat lead. They've already started to develop a little bit of a getaway.
Yeah, man. This isn't the same Kitchener that we saw in the semis, for sure. They just don't seem to be as comfortable. Like, when they're behind in these games, you can tell that they're like, damn. Oh, nice. He did the... Have you... that game where, when I think it was LDG, Gandhi shot the arrow the other way, and on Invent or whatever it was, they memed so hard that he shot it around the map so it would come back and hit him. that's what Dake knows right there.
Ooh, 7th Heaven finds Nasty Joe, but
he's up big on items. He should fight that guy and not be afraid. Come on, Nasty Joe. Get in there, boy.
coming back around.
Fight, fight. You have the items. Look at that shit.
Look at that damage.
Get him. Get him. Yeah, boy.
Wow,
Nasty Joe.
that damage is insane.
That's what I'm
Atrial
talking
in the
about.
ball lane, getting cupcake trapped,
very aggressive.
forced to kind of. I think they're just gonna play in the back foot the entire game.
Yeah.
I think the confidence that they had in the semis started to slowly kind of deteriorate.
Yeah, man. They're down. They're tilted. They're worried. They're one game away from losing, and that's not a good start. Frickin' Nasty Joe, though. Stepping up, man. I remember seeing a young jungler just like Nasty Joe. His name was Nate. He also stepped up in the finals one time.
Yeah.
He's following in the footsteps of Nate Dogg and the Homies.
Names are kind of close. Some of the consonants.
Nice, dude. Nice.
No, names the consonants are close.
Oh, the shield out of the tower instead of the vein. Holy.
Oh,
Nice,
here
nice.
he comes, boys. He's looking
Nice
for that rat.
exhaust.
Oh my
Later,
goodness.
boys. Yeah, this comp is really weird, to be honest. I get it, but it sucks. No, it doesn't suck. It's just not the best. I would really have preferred to see them go for...
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to break it down real quick right now. I did forget until just now, but this team ran the strongest comp that I had seen in the tournament so far. And you know what it was? Jarvan Gnar. Why didn't you pick Jarvan here, guys?
When did they pick Jarvan?
In the game before the finals. Sad days. Would be really good against the poke comp, you know? Much good engage. As opposed to Heck Room.
Who would play the Jarvan?
Jungler.
Oh, 7th Heaven?
Yeah.
I think they just want to get to the... Well, Jarvan could get to the back line too.
Mm-hmm. Facilitates a very easy knockdown combo.
And it would work with Yasuo pretty well. A lot better than Hecarim. Ooh, Atrial in a little bit of trouble. Actually, I get Blemma here in a little bit of trouble as well. Beautiful ultimate. Mew misses the...
Holy. Holy.
It looks like he had a little bit
He's
of...
face palming right now. You can tell. He's Blemmin', his hands are shaking.
His watch ran out of batteries and the clock stopped at 4:20.
It's 4:20 somewhere, dude. Sick
Ooh.
reference. Your references are out of control. Man. This
Wow,
game
why did...
is-
No! What are you doing?
Okay, I've been pretty impressed with 7th Heaven in the previous games, but this is the worst jungling I've seen in the entire tournament.
Ooh, here comes Modified with the teleport. Actually misses. What is going on here? But Wrath having to use every single summoner possible, and Atrial gets that pickup. Clean and clear, like the face wash.
Nice, dude. You're going off this game, eh? You're just talking.
Oh! Whiffed him by his behind.
Nice. By his Narzies.
Need to release a controversial video to be Narzies.
Heck yeah. This video is pretty controversial for me.
Well, it's a stream.
It will be a video by the time people watch it.
Tony, put this in the montage. Tony. Shout out to Tony and Esports Canada.
Shout out to not ganking the Varus, absolutely crushing your fucking Gnar.
Down half CS. 123 to 69.
The guy who crushed your team last game just picked an immobile 80 carry in the top lane. He did 80% of the damage in the previous game, and you haven't ganked him once. I'll go ahead and call shenanigans, dude.
Are you saying this is rigged?
I'm not saying anything, man. Who knows who could be listening? Find out next time. I got Blemmer here. Like showing him
What if,
he's got.
you know, maybe Modified should have getting top as opposed to bot. I know that they really wanted to get the...
I understand. You got messed up. Like, why are you picking such a... I don't know, dude. Team Kitchener, what's going on with you guys, man? I was so down with you guys. I thought you guys would win. You guys playing weird things. Oh, first
there
gank.
we go. Danky Nugs in a little bit of trouble.
Woo!
Not
Look at that.
Hasn't used
Look
the splash
at that.
yet, but there it is. And there's the damage. 7th Heaven gets the pickup there. That's going to be clean.
What a play.
That was good.
Impressive pathing by this jungler here.
Unfortunately, they do give up both mid turrets for that.
Yep. That's what happens once you leap as a Caitlyn. I don't know, man. Modified picking, I don't know, dude. They just need to pick stronger matchups, I guess. That is, you know, their star player. Modified and Atrial, and they're picking losing matchups. You know that Wrath likes to play Caitlyn. You basically line pick Vayne into a Morgana lane, which it just doesn't make sense. These guys had such a good lane or draft phase earlier on in the tournament. I don't know what happened. Maybe their coach got fined or something like that and he had to leave. Danky Nugs has his blue. He's got his core. I'd love to see him group up and start pumping people full of arrows. Dragging up in a minute 30.
Oh,
looks like we're
actually
grouping up over the scuttle crab here. First objective secured for Team Kitchener this game. $6K down in 15 minutes. My lord.
4 turrets down. I think that's the majority of the gold. That's where the majority of the gold comes from. They do have a dragon under their belt as well. They're doing what they can, unfortunately.
Danky arrows, man. These arrows are danky. Speaking of danky arrows.
Atrial in the bot lane. I think he could easily 1v1 Caitlyn right now, but obviously not under turret.
Yeah.
But he backs up because he doesn't want to get caught out by any surprise Udyrs. Try to get the gank here onto I get Blem out here. He starts to walk away, turns around with the ultimate, turns around with the damage. 7th Heaven is in a little bit of trouble, flashes out of the way, almost takes him down, but here comes SMK Healy, gets the pool. SMK Healy going to fall down to whoever decides to get the kill. Everybody, what is going on? Ring around the Rosie and Modified.
They're just not playing well. You can see in like everything they're doing. They're missing skill shots. They're doing weird decisions. And, you know, who would have thought the 2 ganks on the top lane where you have a mobile carries push all the way to the tower, that's the good place to gank. So, Caitlyn bottom, huge wave. They should be able to get out of here. Joe.
I think he started building his Trinity Force and then decided, you know what? A lot of the damage on that team is AD. It's really not a whole lot. Like, you know, there's a timer running out based on how much armor.
Or it could be Black Cleveland. He's a nasty dude, you know? Nasty Joe. Come on, Danky Nugs. Push your advantage. Probably waiting to get his last Whisper or something like that, and then they'll group up, I assume. At least I hope they do. He's not quite as on point with his slam system as the previous game, as I say that. All right, guys. So here's what is going through Kitchener's head right now. Hey guys, what if we turtle the whole game? Maybe we won't get poked out and we can hold the wave. Because we have a freaking Yasuo with no wave clear. We have a Gnar, they can hardly wave clear. We have a Vaughn, no wave clear. So instead of just wave clearing and sitting on their tower and getting poked, maybe they should have tried to engage at some point. They've just been sitting in lanes farming. Now they're at their in-him tower at 20 minutes into the game. They're down 6k gold. No wave clear. And a heck for them, you know? Garbo.
Just don't really know what to say. I think that Team Kitchener is just waiting, but for what?
Yeah,
what are they waiting for?
Yeah, man. They got tilted too hard. It's really bad, man.
Here we go. Seventh Heaven goes in with the ultimate, tries to get as much damage as he can. Monsoon going to keep him up alive. Teleport coming in from Cassiopeia. Modified, not even able to use his ultimate throughout the entire fight. Ultimate going out, getting Atrio completely knocked out of the fight. And that's going to be an inhibitor at least for Team Vaughn.
So they're pushed with their backs against the wall. And they're like, okay, I guess we're doing it, boys. Here we go. And then they got Janna ulted. And they didn't get a Yasuo ult. They didn't have. It was just a terrible fight, man. They didn't have Gnar going in with his ulti. Very, very unfortunate game coming out of Team Kitchener here. I'm really sad to see it turn out this way. I had such high faith, man.
Me too.
Such high hopes.
You know, I coined the phrase, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the Kitchener, but I guess Team Vaughn knows exactly what they need to do. They got to put their oven mitts on. Got to get the fire extinguisher. They know exactly what they need.
Bud. Get him, bro.
He's gonna die if he doesn't be a little bit too careful. He almost look.
Alrighty. The funny thing is that the silver mid laner forgot to use his shield.
He could have won that fight. Now that I think about it, with the shield for sure.
Jokes. Come on, Modified. He could have done that so much earlier. I like that mastery. That was funny. Jesus. I might hand off the casting controls. I'm getting pretty bitter here.
I think it was the chili flakes on the pepperoni.
I think so too, man.
It fueled that burning fire.
Yeah. This is like CLG all over again, dude. Can you don't? But how about we talk about the Wrath and Danky Nugs, the dream team, the Plat and Diamond duo queue, holding it down and really just showing the world what they've got. They are the solo queue legends, 2 in a row here. Who is gonna stop them?
I guess rules and regulations.
Yeah, Danky Nugs technically is Diamond now. Nobody can complain quite like Wrath, so.
He'll be a great lawyer one day.
He will be a great lawyer one day.
Getting his early practice in at solo queue legends 2 and 3.
Yeah, really.
Oh man.
Nice 6 snare.
Oh, Nasty
Black
Joe
shield,
getting really deep into this. Gnar getting a huge ultimate. Shutdown going over to Yasuo. That's a double kill. Smells like triple. Mr. Modified doing what he can to get as much damage, but Mr. Danky Nugs helping him hand off the triple. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord, because Mr. Muskie Bat is in sermon.
It's not over, boys. We do it. Faith age, boys. Faith age. Kitchener, I was with you guys all along. I never doubted you for a second, boys. 5-1-1. Modified. You got this, bro.
Teams that make it into the finals. Can I see Team Kitchener? Is that up on the board? Oh, survey says 100 people say Kitchener is going to take this one. Please.
Same.
They still got this 7-8. Should have been the time that we ended the actual tournament, but we're still here.
I feel like they should just call it Solo Queue Legend, and it'll just be Danky Nugs. You know? That is the Solo Queue Legend, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's some metaphorical stuff right there. I would say. Jeez Louise. All right, so can they do it with the 5-1 Yasuo? He's got a lot of gold, to be honest, now. He's very strong. Let's see. He's got 8,700 gold, so he's actually the richest person in the game. Can they utilize him effectively?
With Gnar, yes. And
With
if Janet,
Gnar, yes.
if Janet doesn't monsoon everybody out of the way.
Are they going to use him to split push? Cat can actually be a very good answer this game. They can either remove the poke with Danky Nugs, or they can remove the poke with I Get Blem out here. I Get Blem out here. With the way his build is going right now, I actually don't think he should be able to fight modified at all. They need to send him top lane. Forget about this engage now. This is not where the game is at now. Now you need to go send your Yasuo and go split push.
But I think they just want a team fight. This team is just so set on their synergy and the way that they team fight, they're not gonna.
It's
they're
like
not gonna listen to.
If you can hold the lane, I'm glad at least that Vaughn. Oh my God, she's actually going for Pan Advancer. Okay, never mind. Jesus Christ.
And they all showed bot, and then now it's the Baron. I don't know what to say.
I'm just focused on like really weird huge things that are being done wrong. There's too many things to think about this game.
Ooh, they turn it around with the Varus ultimate. They're going to see what they can do. Huge ultimate from 7th Heaven actually gets nobody. But he gets the Baron! He gets the Baron! Mr. Modified gets exhausted. He goes deep into the fight, doing what he can. Hasn't used the ultimate, but he gets the domination! Gets the kill onto Morgana. Huge ultimate onto I Get Blame out here. They're going to continue the chase onto Wrath. It's not over till it's over, baby! Double kill going over to Atrial. This is it, boys! Faith Age! If you can't handle the heat, get out of the Kitchener! And the faithful shall be rewarded!
Holy. Holy, holy, holy. Looks like we may see a game 3. I would love to see Vaughn just forfeit right here. I think that'd be freaking hilarious.
TP used by Yasuo. He's going to go to that bot lane. Okay. Yes, my boy.
So, yeah, I guess we'll get a replay there. Take a look at that Baron fight once again. Because I don't even know, like, what is going on here. All right, so we'll go to the replay. Jump into it real quick. Here we go. All right, let's slow it down. All right, so Varus ulti used right away, trying to get the zone on the Janna. Awful, awful smite here. Way too early, but 500 damage too early. 7th Heaven does secure it. Good job by him. Nasty Joe took a lot of damage from that Baron. They're not tanky enough to really deal with that. Huge ultimate onto the Cassio. He gets that wind wall. He gets exhausted, backs on up. He actually does get saved by Zunal there, I think. That's pretty cool. Knock up into the wall. It's just, you know, Dinar's running at them. Danky Nug's not really able to do anything. It's a poke comp. Poke comp can't team fight. Good job. They got a good engage, finally. Well done, boys. We made it. We really outshit. One in 6 Hecarim.
Whew. I was asleep. I was lost, but now I'm found.
Yo, man. All right, so like here's the plan, boys. Let me in. Put me in the comms, boys. Here we go. Yasuo go bottom. This time, don't use your TP to go to lane. Okay, you can split push. You can 1v1 anyone. You have Infinity Edge. You have last Triforce. You have Shiv. You're freaking monstrous. Go split push. Go 1v2 under the tower. You can do anything you want. You are the solo queue legend, my friend. Keep Wrath down there. Keep their wave cleared down there. Mess them up,
This
man.
is a 1-3-1 working really, really well.
It's
and they're not exactly sure what they're
do
doing. They're not sure that what do I do? Who do I send? And where do I do? And I love. Okay, this is gonna sound really,
This
really
is how you
terrible.
do Pokemon.
But I love seeing. I sold
Wrath
Hero.
panic.
Danky Nugs tilt. It's so funny to see them tilt. And I'm actually wondering what's going through their head right now, because in that last fight, Danky was just kind of choked up at the blue buff. He's like, should I stay or should I go? A classic song. But you know, that's kind of what was going through his mind.
Quick question, who sings that song? Starts with an R. The Rays. Hey! Guest caster over here. Able
Gets
to
bonus
drop
points.
the knowledge. Thanks, Crepo. What? Anyways. Does he?
Double TP available for Vaughn.
Yeah.
Not like they're going to
So,
use it. Like, how do you TP a Varus?
This is the thing. So this is the thing. Basically, what you want to do here is you want to corral them mid. You want to get complete vision control of the jungle. This will work too, I guess. This is very strange, though.
2-3.
Yeah. Just send the Yasuo, man. Just send the Yasuo somewhere. You have Baron. Okay, Baron's done. Either you want to team fight all in, or you want to prevent them from being able to group. And if you do that, you're winning. I hope this game doesn't become very long. Yeah, I got here at 9 a.m. this morning.
Me too. Oh, I got here at 9 too. Ooh, 7th Heaven in a little bit of trouble, getting poked down by Danky Nugs. They're going to continue to do as much damage as they can. They're actually going to get him down. And this is going to put them in a little bit of a hard spot. Nasty Joe going to get ulted by Yasuo, but will that be enough? It's not really going to do a whole lot. I Get Blem is going to corral them onto the other side. Ultimate used by both Caitlyn and ooh, what is going on? I'm not what that was free.
Okay, so pull me back in on those comms, boys. Atrial, you are the star player. You are on Vayne. Go split push. Modified, you are the other star player. Go split push on Yasuo. Then you have the disengage from Janna. You have the wave clear from Gnar, and then you have 7th Heaven just running around doing, you know, whatever 7th Heaven does. But instead, you have Zombie Boy and Modified grouped up together.
Oh my god, the legend is born. SMK Healy with the clutch ultimate. Getting the pick up onto Adrian.
I just don't understand who's doing the shot calls here, man. Whoever is like designing these team comps has no freaking idea what's going on. And it's unfortunate because I said it so many times. They have so much potential, man. They just need to like have a comp with an idea. What is their idea in this composition here? You know what I mean? Are you gonna like flash Janna Q? Yeah.
The faith is still real. Baron's up in a minute.
Yeah, man. I want
Baron
them to
is
win.
up in a minute.
A full disclosure, I am rooting for Kitchener. I'm being an asshole about it, but I would love for them to win.
They probably will group around Baron, most likely.
Okay, so maybe we can send the Yasuo bottom.
They're pushing in that mid lane. They have a lot of great vision.
Okay, so very
Asaki, Modified gets in a little bit of trouble, gets the snare, lasts a lifetime. His kids have already grown up and gone to uni after he gets. Whoa! Lots of different things happening on in the mid lane there. Janna getting a little bit low, but here comes Mr. Modified doing what he can, actually not getting a whole lot. And here comes I Get Blem out of here, turning it around. They get the shutdown. It's 1-for-1 currently. Zomboy almost full rage, gonna do what he can to kind of
he should
juke
turn around with the
fight.
Yasuo ulti. Come on, buddy. Yasuo, get closer. Here you go. Here you go, Yasuo. Put a shield on him. All right, whatever.
That was a 1-for-1, going definitely in favor of Team Vaughn. They were able to kind of fend them off, but
Is this item bugged? Because I don't think he's used it once this game. Maybe he's using it. We just don't see it. He got popped, though. That was hilarious. He got, like, 2 shots. Very,
well,
very
Eve, yeah, so it was kind of.
I think Vayne curved him, too. I'm not 100%, though. All right, so let's dissect this strategy.
Yeah, so Vayne top.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna just let you take over, okay? I'm done with color.
All right. Okay.
I'm like I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Yasuo pushes top recall. Okay. Well,
Bottom.
Baron's on the menu.
Bottom.
Baron's on the menu.
I'm gonna like telepathically tell him what to do. Please. Oh, great. He's not even behind, dude. This game's only a 5K difference in 35 minutes. That's not a big deal. The only difference in gold is just that the Hecarim is useless.
Whoa, man.
He's 1 in 8.
Been to heaven 7
All
times.
he is a fear and a knockup, maybe.
But that's all they need. He might be. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's popped. 7th Heaven in the back line. I get blood right here. Gonna get pop, locked, and dropped. 7th Heaven gonna get completely taken down by Danky Nugs. Mr. Modified getting in a little bit of trouble, getting completely blown up by the Caitlyn. Oh, double kill going over to Varus. Atrial in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get ulted by the Caitlyn. Not gonna exactly fall down, but gonna be a little bit low and not gonna be able to turn things around. But that's GG.
Yeah, maybe. The death timers aren't that long. Hecarim's up pretty soon. Basically what happened there was Modified ulted the Casio. The rest of the team backed up. Zombie Boy ulted nothing. And they just kind of like ran into the kite comp without actually getting into the seed comp, rather, the poke comp. They didn't actually make it into them.
This is it. This is it right here. Home guard's going in. He uses his ultimate. Absolutely gets nothing in the entire ultimate. Danky Nugs on a rampage. Gets a double kill here. Here comes Janna. She's doing what she can. They try to focus the Nexus, but it's not actually. It's a little bit low. Caitlyn just does 2 auto attacks. And that's game.
That is game. So congratulations to Team Vaughn here for a very well-played series. I was very hard on the opposing team, but, you know, through and through, Danky Nugs beasted up and played a very, very good Varus here. I get Blem out here, played very well, matched up against that Yasuo nice and tightly. Nasty Joe stepped up, started the snowball onto that Hecarim. Fantastic job. Wrath, as always, just awful. Just kidding, man. I like you. You're a cool dude. Me and Wrath go way back. So, GG's. Danky Nugs, once again, carrying those damage meters.
Yasuo